to LadyGang Quickie. I am Becca here with Jack. Nope. Jack's not here. Jack's not here. She's still not here. Keltie's here, and our lovely guest from last week's episode.
Nope, Tuesday's episode. Today is Thursday.
Oh, okay, I get it now. I've got my mind around it. Anyways, Maddy Mitchell's with us, and I just spent 20 minutes shoving cheese and crackers in my mouth and giving her unsolicited career advice.
Thank you.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how upsetting was that experience for you?
You've been kind of a downer. I'm not going to lie. Dead dogs.
Was it, well, the dead dogs.
Career advice.
I know, but is my career advice downer or was it, it is?
It had a somber undertone.
Does it?
A bit. Well, in a good way.
Realistic.
Yeah, exactly. Reality is somber, so.
Okay.
Here's why.
I felt like I was like very...
No, you were amazing. I'll tell you why, is that when you're having your star moment, like Maddy is a star on Instagram, TikTok, like it's it. And she was like, I think I may want to write something one day. And we were like,
should we say this? Should we tell your secrets? Okay, let's not. Well, going back.
Okay.
We're trying to decide what Maddy's next
should do with her life.
Next steps are.
And we decided for her, and it was somber.
We didn't. Well, we just were like, you know, when old people spew advice from their own personal experience, and you're like, this is not mine. Like, this is quite literally none of my business. That's what was going through Maddy's head when I was talking to her. She's like,
no, it was helpful.
Okay,
it was helpful.
You don't have to say that. I know that it's just when you up so royally in your 20s and squander so many opportunities. I wish if I could go back, I had a fairy godmother, not that I'm referring to myself as a fairy godmother, who literally looked me in the eye and was like, here's how it's going to go. And you're not going to question it. And you're going to be so grateful to me in 10 years. And I'm trying to do that. But it's kind of like with parenting. They're telling you like, you just let them fly.
Yeah, you gotta let her do it.
Like, gotta let Maddy fly, and Maddy's gonna fly.
Maddy,
but I also like making things happen for people.
I know.
So
we're also like we're bad mama bears because we see you and we're like, let us love you. We're gonna take care of your new best friend. Guess what? We're gonna be like, I have your email, but now I'm gonna have your phone number.
No, not even that. I literally want to make like one. I just want to be like, I'll send 2 emails, and then we're gonna be.
We
great.
need to help you at least 2 emails worth. So let us know where you'd like to cash that in.
But also, don't let us pressure you. You're 26. You should just be YOLOing.
Yeah. Do whatever you want.
Thank you.
YOLO. So Maddy is one of the funniest people on the internet. If you heard her on Tuesday's episode, please go back. We did an Allegedly What's Happening. She's got brand new merch that we are wearing at madsmitch.com. It's very cute, a very cute podcast. And today, for our quickie, we are doing the What Would Maddy's Says. So I have gone through your amazing Instagram, TikTok of some of your most famous lists because you're known to make these lists and then discuss them on the internet. And I want to know about these lists. I want to ask you my favorite answer from this list, and then we are going to fill in our list with what we think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
The first one is your list of niche anxieties. This is when I fell in love with you because yours was, what pose would I do for the Glambot?
It's so good.
And where did that come from?
I'm a very anxious person, so I'm constantly anxious about something. And it was like award season, and I was seeing them all, and I was like, I felt people's anxiety through the screen.
It is anxiety
That is
ridden.
so scary. Like everyone's looking at you, and you have to move really fast but really slow. That's way too much instruction. I can't handle it.
It's hard. The only people who really thrive in the Glambot are people who have no self-awareness.
Totally.
They don't care what people are seeing. It's kind of like people who create videos out in the wild. And like your priority isn't the people around you thinking you're crazy. It's you creating the content.
Wouldn't you kill for that like a little bit?
I want it. Every day of my life, when I see women in New York City prop their phones up against a storefront and show me what they're wearing and tell me the brands and speak loudly, I'm upset that I don't have whatever that is.
100%. Similarly to moms and capris, like I would trust them with my life. I would be like, will you please take a picture of me? I know you'll get all the good angles. Like you will do everything.
Yeah,
and
I feel like
powerful.
this Capri character is like
she's so there. And it's crazy because when you think of the Capri mom, we're all picturing the same woman.
Obviously.
We've never, and it's a fake woman that none of us have ever met before. But she's, of course, of course.
No bird legs.
We did the Glambot as a trio, which I would say is like the biggest anxiety because to get one person to like when you spin around and then you have to look at the camera to get one person to focus, but to get a trio of each of us had main character energy on that day because you're on a red carpet, you're really feeling your look, you know, it was I like turn and my hair like wax jack in the face and
Yeah,
like
it's bad.
it was so horrific. I since have gotten so good at the Glambot because the secret, this is what is now there's a new era of Glambot. So when Glambot first started, everyone was like, what should I do? Should I move like crazy? And they'd move their dress around, they'd move their hands, and then you'd end up with like a triple chin and like it wasn't good.
You stay still.
Now people know what you do is you literally keep your face towards the camera and then you just turn your body and like you just give a smize the whole time.
Okay.
But then people, this award
note.
season, taking note, yeah. So this award season, I did that a couple times, but then I noticed online that people are now disappointed in the Glambots because they're like, you're not.
I think
doing
I've
enough.
seen that. Yeah.
Everyone's like feeling like you're not glambotting. If everyone's just standing there moving their shoulder, it's not a glambot.
Right.
So I did one with Cole, the guy behind the glambot, and he like jumped up and then I jumped down. And it was like really fun. People were like, this is a glambot. Like you got to do something. There's crazy.
People got so scared of the Glambot. They were
Yeah, because it
afraid.
captures angles that I did not want the world to see.
No, and the thing about a red carpet photo is when you're on a red carpet, you go and you get your photo taken, and there's 47, hopefully, photos of you on Getty Images, and you
pick
go
the
pick
best
the best
one.
one.
The
You pick the
Glambot's one.
There's so many bad ones,
Right.
Where you're like, but you don't. Glambot, you only get that one go,
Right.
And they're stingy about it. There's no retakes in Glambot, like even for the big stars.
Wow.
You're
just ruin
Ariana
my
Grande.
week.
You don't get to do two.
Are you even more anxious now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm excited about. There is a Glambot TikTok filter. Did you know that?
Yeah, we're not
That
going
feels
there.
sad.
Okay.
That feels super
It does?
sad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yep.
I did it.
I knew you
And
were
I've
gonna say
done the
that.
real
I knew
Glam-
you were gonna say that.
You did
Like
know.
as soon as you were like, "Oh, really?"
Would you?
Shoot. No, but you've also done the real Glambot.
Yeah.
So that's like you have
The
permission.
Glambot feels like it's like you have like cultural significance because also Cole doesn't let everyone do the Glambot. Like every ho-hum person on the red carpet.
That was her saying you're not doing it.
No, you can do it.
like-
I don't know when, and you'll do it. You've
Probably
done it
not.
before. But the thing is, the Glambot is very expensive. I know this. It costs at least $200,000. That whole
my
setup,
God.
it's really expensive. So like,
So why not get your bang for your buck and get everybody?
they don't have a Glambot at every red carpet.
So they have to
They
save
have a
the
Getty.
bot
They
for
save the bot for like the Globes, the Grammys,
and
the,
for the special people
for the
at those
special
events.
people.
Sure.
And then when I did the Grammys this year, I was very lucky because I was hosting for E, so I got like special treatment, which I love, like really leaned into. But when I went to do my Glambot because I was hosting, they walked me right to the front of the line. There was a whole line of influencers. I don't even know if I saw their Glambots. Like if they even got because the people that were supposed like Cole was like, come on in.
Streamed the influencers.
You know what I mean? And then the other people, the others were in the line forever because anyone can line up. That if you're on the red carpet, you can line up. But Cole's not taking you. He's like, got to stay open for Ariana. Like anyway. And then it's like it feels really good in your soul when you're walking up. And then Cole's like, Keltie, come on, let's do your bot. Like, oh, I feel so seen.
Yeah, I know that would be a really validating moment, I feel. Yeah.
For you
For me.
specifically.
Okay. What is do you have a niche anxiety, Becca?
Lakes, snakes and lakes.
Okay.
I really struggle. I live in Austin where there's a lot of lakes. Well, there's really just the main lakes, but there's a lot of lake time, lake days. And people are just so willy-nilly with getting in the lake and hanging out in the lake and putting the life vest around their butts so they can like sit like it's a diaper. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
horrifying.
used to do that.
Yeah. And I won't even like get into a lake that deep to the point where I will go just where I'm about 2 inches in the water and pee down my leg so that I can at least pee.
Yeah.
And then I run really fast into the lake to shake out the urine.
Sure.
And because I am convinced that the moment I am in a lake, there will be a snake.
Okay. It sounds like you have it down to a science.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Unless we go, capsize and I have to be in a life vest for God knows how long. I would die of a heart attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Thank you.
No, lakes are so scary.
I hate a
People
lake.
always talk about oceans and like the
No.
ocean's scary, but lakes are so scary.
Lakes are like the devil is so much better. This great white you can see it coming.
Totally.
The fin, sometimes. But like you also don't go far out. Well,
Right.
right now Florida's in a real
We're in a
situation.
big problem with the
Yeah.
lakes.
Yeah.
But
No, but a
but
lake-
you don't know what. There's people in there.
Yeah.
There's bodies.
There's so many bodies.
There's so many bodies in lakes.
and like bugs and
All
like
of it.
creepy
And I
crawlies.
think it's like you know, when you go in the backyard or you're somewhere and you see standing water and you're like, wow, that water's disgusting.
That's
a
a
lake. Like the ocean, at least, like I know you're full of microplastics and like sharks.
I can take that.
But I'm like, at least you're revolving.
You're not,
you know, the water.
You can't
the
get a brain
water
eating
that-
amoeba from an ocean.
Right. The
So
water
true.
that Becca peed in now in this ocean is now
It's spilling into that person's
it's in
Stanley
the
cup.
Panama Canal now. You know what I mean? Where the lake is like the body you buried 20 years ago,
Right.
still there, has not moved on the floor.
I think
Yeah.
way more people die in lakes too.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like at the beginning of every summer, it's like someone else died in a lake.
It's sneaky.
It is sneaky.
dangerous.
Sneaky lakes. My niche anxiety is changing lanes or someone letting me in when I'm merging or changing lanes and them not being able to see me do the thank you wave. Like
Never cared about that.
I don't think anyone.
I don't think I do the thank you wave when people let me merge.
My windows are tinted. They wouldn't even see
you
it.
merge and then you're like, thank you, but I got to do it really big so they can really see.
So they know you're polite.
Yeah.
That's so Canadian of you.
Yeah.
Like, what if they
They're
don't?
so desperate for
I'm
you
from
to know
Boston. I don't
that
care.
they're polite. Exactly.
Do you have a new niche anxiety?
Oh, every day. Every day there's a new one. I'm really big on elevators recently. Just like
Just
I'm
in general.
petrified of elevators. Yeah.
Just being in them.
Yeah, and I've been in a lot recently. So
Oh, yeah.
I deserve a medal, I
Yeah.
think, for bravery. Every
Yeah.
time I get
Scares
in it.
you.
Oh, I'm just super claustrophobic. Yeah. And so it's like big metal box. No thanks.
No thanks.
I'm all set.
Yeah.
Okay, one of your most famous videos of all time, studies we need conducted. You had mentioned that I felt this deep in my soul, where the socks go.
Yes.
Where the do the socks go?
No one has ever come forward with answers for me, which is really rude. Like I wasn't kidding with that one. People need to find out where the socks go. 'Cause I buy socks at like a rapid rate.
Yeah.
Like it's weird.
Yeah.
It's like too much.
Well, at least now our socks are longer and we don't lose them as much because we are trying to be young because we can't wear the
Big
ankle socks anymore.
No, but it doesn't matter because
I find that those go missing less
than
the bigger socks.
than the little socks.
So thank you, Gen Z.
My thing
You're
is like
welcome.
I lived on a cruise ship and I was like, well, I understand why my socks are leaving me because people are like stealing my laundry. Like,
Right, right.
And then I
That
lived
makes
in New York
sense.
City and I got my laundry done at a laundromat because you didn't have like a washer dryer in your apartment. And you were like, okay, they dropped a sock on the floor.
Right.
Like there was always a reason
Yeah.
until I had my own home. And it's me and my husband. That's it. No one comes in or out.
well, so you think.
So I think. And what I do is I do this thing. So every week, Mariana comes and she helps me.
Please don't do this.
What?
Don't do this. Don't take us through your laundry, please. For the love
Okay,
of this
but
podcast.
let me just say this.
For the 3 people who are still listening, I beg of you, please do not take me.
There's always
through.
an extra sock. I put it back in the laundry and I
Okay,
expect it to meet its match next week.
Okay.
I expect it to meet its match at some point.
Of course. Yeah.
Like even if it got left.
What did I just say?
Where the socks go, Maddie? You're the one who brought it
No,
up.
don't blame me.
She's weaponizing.
I didn't tell you how laundry works.
but she will.
I think it's like
I'm so sorry. I'm so boring. Oh, Maddie, don't still let me be your
well,
mom.
I think it's big sock. They like have a vested interest in having us all buy more socks.
It
so
is
they
big
steal
sock.
them. Yeah,
It's big sock.
It's big sock.
Big sock.
They're out to
I would
get us
like
all.
studies on why it is that when I'm talking to someone who has a pimple on their face and I'm thinking to myself, thank God it's not on my face, that the next day I wake up with a pimple in the exact same spot that person that I had Schadenfreude, you know, the German saying where it's like
Totally.
you get pleasure out of someone else's pain.
Yeah.
Karmically, I get a zit in the
Totally.
exact same spot that I'm looking at somebody's face and I'm like, I'm glad that I don't have that zit on my face.
Yeah. That's
Why?
just
Does that happen to you?
karma, I think.
It is, right?
Yeah.
For having bad thoughts.
I was going to say it's karma. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's never happened to me once in my life.
Maybe I need to now look at it and have gratitude with the zit. And I'm like,
Oh, I
I'm
love your zit.
grateful I
Beautiful.
didn't have that on my face.
Have there been any other studies lately, Maddie?
I just had just generally speaking, I think I see people all the time and I think I'm going to need a deep dive on your entire life because how did you turn out to be this way?
Do you
know
feel
what I
that
mean?
way about us today?
No.
A little bit?
No. But we could get there. So
We will.
I think the study I need conducted is the, and I mean this with love because Jack's not here, but like the amount, like the adult women spray tan application, like I don't understand how I've been spray tanning myself for 30 fucking years now. Okay. I've used every product under the sun,
Yeah.
every muff that's available, the brush muff, the hand muff, the streak muff. Like I've done every spray tan. I've never once come out without a bonkers ankle or
I have a flex. You know, I had not been spray tanning my skin I was very anti-spray tan for many years. When in the beginning of this podcast, I was very judgmental. And I just recently realized, I'm very late to the game, that tan skin looks better than pale skin usually.
Welcome.
Thank you. I made this realization. And I am an excellent. I never have the weird things that you and Jack have. I look at you guys and I think, why are you still at such a remedial level of applying sunless
It's crazy.
It's shocking to me. I have never once.
And Jack gives no the other week.
Well, that's her problem. Is that she is a reckless.
This girl is so anal retentive about like the color of pink in the LadyGang. Like, forget about it. For the order of the sandwich, and then I'm on a plane with her, and she literally has a line because she wants spray tan her face. Yeah. It's like it's the worst spray tan line. I'm like, people can see you, girl. Like, I mean, at least mine's on my ankles where I can hide it.
Yeah, mine's always my hands. My hands always look really wonky.
You guys, it's so easy. Do you want me to make an Instagram about this application for you guys? Yeah. But I feel like it can't be taught almost.
I don't think it can. Like, I'm so hopeless.
So yeah, it
just looks like deep fried them overnight.
But your hands look good now.
No, yeah, because it all wore off.
Yeah, I know.
It's been many days.
Oh.
It's so annoying because Sunday night I did a spray tan, and then everyone at work on Monday's like, wow, you look great. Did you have a great weekend? And then by Thursday they're like, goblin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't last.
Yeah. It is sad.
Lies we tell. When you said, I read an article, this is my thing. I'm always like, I read an article, and then people are like, you watched a TikTok.
Or you saw a headline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's wrong with us?
I don't know. People hate reading, I guess.
Yeah.
And learning.
Well, Becca had a headline the other week that was like so mean about her.
It was so mean.
Was it?
You're gonna make me fucking read this.
Yeah, it was something like Becca Tobin, where's my next hit show or something like
I'm
that.
irrelevant, like a big irrelevant, and then but it was I said it as a like joke. Hilarious, self-aware person being like, I am irrelevant,
right?
Yeah,
like give me my next hit.
Yeah,
you know that was the delivery,
right? Sure. Hilarious.
10 out of 10. Thank you. My lies that I tell is this is super.
Oh God.
Okay. It's almost
more
like
up than the pimple. Oh my God.
So I am really, with children, there's a lot of choking hazards, right? And you see it on TikTok. Although if you're not in my algorithm, you're seeing nothing. I'm not seeing
Maddie, how many times do you see a child on your TikTok?
Very rarely.
Yeah. Very rare.
And it's always without my consent.
Exactly. And I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see a lot of videos, and I've known this because my sister had kids 12 years ago. So I've been around that world for so long. My sister's an extra anxious person, but I have always known that popcorn is one of the biggest choking hazards for kids under like 5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
However, it's a big snack choice that people are giving.
Kids love a popcorn?
Love. And it's like the snack of choice, which I understand it doesn't fill you up too much. It doesn't ruin a meal. It's very easy. It's very, you can bring it around, blah, blah, blah. But it is one of the biggest choking hazards, and it can cause aspirations. And so there's all this stuff. It's like the same thing with grapes. You have to cut them, and hot dogs, you're supposed to cut them lengthwise, not little chunks, because anything that's the size of their esophagus.
Does this feel like laundry to you?
It does, right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm setting us up, though. Okay?
No, I was setting us up too.
Scared as to where we're going.
Yeah,
I sometimes lie to people that I see giving their kids popcorn and tell them that I know a kid that has passed.
Oh. She lied about baby death. Wow.
But then she admitted that she lied about baby death. That's the craziest part. Oh my God.
I've said trigger warning.
Too late?
This is not funny at all.
No.
But I think parents need to be scared straight because there is a lot of propaganda.
You are the propaganda.
Oh my God, Becca.
I didn't say I personally knew the child or the parents.
You just said that.
I knew, I'm like, I read an article.
You read an article.
I'm like, I know I'm really anxious, but like, I know of a child that actually aspirated on popcorn.
Wow.
But like millions of them do. So I do probably know of someone who knows a child who knows a child. This is not, listen, it's not for any other reason, but to make sure their kid's not next.
She's doing the
I
Lord's
thought we were
work.
out of the woods, and then she said that. To make sure your kids don't. That's ominous. That feels like a threat.
Listen,
Don't leave your kids with Becca. She'll give them popcorn. Like, I'm scared.
And I would never. This is the whole point of it, is that there are just things that, like,
This is the difference between Becca and I, is I would drop my kid off and I'd be like, by the way, we don't do popcorn because kids die. And Becca's
I know.
hello, I'm so friendly and nice. By the way.
Because nobody wants to be told how to parent,
No,
right?
I agree.
Cautionary tales can serve really wonderful purposes.
Totally. Especially made up ones.
About kids.
You didn't know.
But if you're curious, you can look up a lot of articles regarding why kids aspirate on popcorn specifically.
Or you could have a good day.
Should
and
we
not look that up.
should we start this podcast like how, when people do movies about like domestic violence, they'll start the movie off before the movie even starts, and the star of the movie will get on the screen and be like, talk about like very seriously about domestic violence and like where they can go to get support and all that stuff. Like, should I do that with
Yes.
this?
Popcorn?
Against no.
Like a popcorn.
I'm going to let Maddy decide.
A popcorn trigger?
Like before this episode, she'd be like, everybody, I know we have a lot of laughs coming and it's at the expense of some fictional dead babies. And I just
every time you say it, it gets worse.
I know.
I
know.
I definitely feel it.
You're like really doubling down.
As two like childless women, you are certainly squeamish about this.
No, we think
It feels like a bad omen.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
it feels
don't
like
give your kid
don't
popcorn.
manifest that. Well, and then she just doubles down again.
I'm passionate. I'm passionate.
Well, it's funny because I used to eat popcorn. Used to be like my drunk food, and so now I'm like, thank God. Thank God I made it out. It's like not my drunk food anymore. But
Good.
What's your
that
drunk
would
food
have
now?
been. I don't know. I don't really drink that much nowadays, but
Because you're working. She's hustling.
Hustle.
Lies I told. I know a girl. I know a
That's
girl.
exactly what mine was. It was, I know a baby.
that's see, it's the baby thing that's so different.
I know a child?
It's definitely
Dead
better.
baby.
Okay.
I said I know a girl.
Well,
Like
babies can't even chew. It certainly is. It's a child. Okay.
Right.
You sent help for her.
Yes. Yeah. No, we need
Turn her
it.
mic off.
Sorry, everyone.
No, I'll be like having a conversation, be like, oh my God, I know a girl who blah, 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 blah. I don't know that girl. I've just seen that girl like
Yeah, you had to tell a story.
around town.
Oh, totally.
Oh, so she's not fictional.
No,
you
it's
just
like
don't
a real
really know
person.
her.
I don't really know them.
Okay.
Like
Sometimes I've done that and I've gotten caught with people being
That
like, I'm
scares
so
me.
close with her. I'm texting her that I'm with you right
No.
now. And I'm like, don't.
lies?
And then you have
Becca,
to
no, but-
backpedal a little bit. And he's like,
Well, because I'm like, what am I going to say? I've met her.
Right.
And I've talked to her twice. Is that knowing
Right.
someone? What's the line
Yeah.
between knowing
that's
and
actually a really good question.
having met?
For the society.
And honestly, my biggest lie is that like I'm friends with Mary-Kate Olsen.
Okay.
Like this is a lie. I'll be like MK. MK, like we share a mutual best friend.
Okay.
So I've been in her presence twice.
Yes.
And sometimes we'll pass messages back and forth. Like at
Okay.
the Grammys this year, she passed a
via
message via my friend. Be like, oh my God, MK and I were just talking about how you crushed, like we loved your look.
Okay.
But then sometimes I'll just throw it in like when I need to. Yeah, it's embarrassing that I'm admitting this, but you did Dead Babies, so I'm going on to a fake
I'm not embarrassed at all
friendship.
for you. I understand.
I'm
You
just like,
know her.
I
You
know her. I'm
If
not her
she
friend.
saw you in public, she would acknowledge you.
100%. Like they don't
I
do
think
any
that's the
interviews at
line.
the Met Gala.
Right.
That's the line.
Yeah.
Like interviews at the Met Gala, like the Olsens don't do interviews. Like it's not possible. They don't even go to the Met Gala anymore because it's not cool enough for them, which I love. They're like, we're good. But they walk up the middle. But like when I used to be there hanging over, being like, Rihanna, come over here. Like I did that. MK would see me and she would be like, hey girl. Like I'm not doing interviews because I don't do interviews. But
She'd
I see
acknowledge
you.
you.
Yeah. So anyway, but I tell people she's my friend. She's not my friend. But I want to be friends with you. So if you need a friend, I'm available. Okay.
Friend adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things I take personally.
What are you taking personally the most or lately?
This is a tough one. I've this has been kind of a thing ongoing for me, but like any type of negative feedback, regardless of how surface level it is.
Oh.
Not open to it.
Oh,
Ever.
never. Not
Nope, never.
Yeah.
People get really comfortable on the
like what
internet.
I just did.
Yeah.
No, my God, no, like strangers.
Oh,
Strangers
well, that's-
having
that goes without saying.
Totally. But
Those
recently,
people-
this has been like something I've really acknowledged on social media.
Yeah.
As like a plaguing epidemic, and I'm sure both of you have experienced this so much, is people who follow you and they think that you're friends because they follow you. And so they will give you advice as your friend, and you think this is so crazy because I don't know you.
But also it's like so earnest.
It is the most passive aggressive thing ever. It's so I get these messages. I love you so much. You're so great. You're so funny. But
and it's like, you really shouldn't talk
put it
about.
away. No, it's like, but your eyeliner, it could be, maybe if you used a brown one, it would look a little bit.
I was just thinking how wonderful your eyeliner looked as you've been sitting here.
Yeah, it's like this weird thing that they think
their
we're friends.
opinion is important to
and that
you.
I know them. You know, like, it's like how if a friend was like, oh, just so you know, you might want to try this.
But even a friend
lipstick.
doing that is a dick move.
Yes and no. If it's like a aggressive thing, then it's like, okay, yeah, totally. But yeah, that's been weird. So I've been taking that personally recently.
What's something that you know you're going to post? Like, what's a topic besides men because they're so sensitive? But like, what is the thing that you know you're going to get shit for every single time you bring it up, and you continue to do so? One that was like really polarizing and kind of controversial that I didn't realize. Well, also, okay, is I did one that was I think it was a certified jump scare, and it was when people say Ibiza. And I'm talking about like American people, like when American people are saying from like Kentucky,
like from Kentucky, yes, exactly, or like,
Ibiza.
or they're like, oh, I was in España and I was eating dinner.
Barcelona,
if we're not doing Barcelona, we're not. I'm leaving the conversation the second you say Barcelona.
Yeah,
and I have a lot of people that follow me in like
that
Europe.
Actually do,
and they're like,
it's appropriate.
That's how
for them.
You say it. I'm like, yes, of course, you should say it that way.
Yeah,
and so that was really polarizing because they thought that I was like targeting, and I'm obviously not. Yeah. I'm talking about. They
like, don't know how
the girl who
insufferable Americans are.
Right.
They are not aware.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you find that women are aggressively trying to ruin your life on like social media?
No.
More support.
Yeah. Right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Right now it's men that are trying to
ruin your life.
Yeah, a little bit.
They say terrible things.
Oh yeah. They're scary. They're like it's like you need to seek counseling. Yeah. It's so aggressive. Yeah. But right now it's, no, it's good. I was thinking, because you were asking earlier what list was like the big one, and it was stupid things I say was the first one. And I always think about, because that's inherently self-deprecating, saying like stupid things I say. And so many people in the comments were like, wait, these aren't stupid, these are genius. And I always think if I had titled that list something different, would I even be here? Because I think they sympathize with people that are self-deprecating.
Yes.
Which is always funny for me, because I'm like, I'm self-deprecating, but like I know, like, I'm fine. Like, like I don't mean it. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's how we are. It's like, I don't really hate myself, but you should think I hate myself.
Exactly. It's like a weird.
It's relatable.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I think if I hadn't titled it that, or if it had been something different, I literally don't know if I would have a job, because I think people like, they view it from this angle of like, oh, she's so like humble and down on her luck, and like we have to like lift her up and support her.
That's why I was asking if people are trying to drag you down yet, because like, society.
Oh yeah.
We love to build you up, and then if you get too big.
I was Maddie's first fan, a number one fan.
But she's changed.
It definitely.
She got a nice purse.
Like I bet Megan Salter went through the same trajectory. Like people loved her on social media, but then she gets in this huge TV show and she's thriving, kicking ass.
Yeah.
And I bet you she has more haters than ever.
I'm sure. Yeah. They love to like hate on someone who's successful.
Yeah.
But they like to be there for the come up.
Yeah, they want to support you the whole way up. Yes. But then they're like, once you're there,
it's a turning point.
They want to kick you off the mountain.
It's so weird. And it doesn't happen to men.
It doesn't.
No.
It's so weird. People like Tom Brady. There is no Tom Brady as a woman. There is no Tom Brady. There's no woman who has received so much. I mean, there's people who don't like the Patriots, like the sports fans.
Yeah.
But like everyone respects
totally
Tom Brady. Yeah. And he's like been at the top of the mountain for decades. And there's not one woman. There's not a single woman that has been able to do that. Like society has turned so fast on all the women. Think about it right now. J-Lo, right now, they're like talking. I'm sure she's awful and insufferable. Like, here I am doing it. Yeah. But like, that's a bad example. Like, who actually would deserve to be on? Jennifer Aniston. She should have been the queen of the mountain this entire time. But instead,
poor Jen.
People dragged her down.
Right. She's not having babies. She's cold, childless.
Icy.
Right, and now she's back on the top, but like,
we want to punch you and then see you get back up again.
Oh, it's so weird.
It's such a punch you again. It's a weird roller coaster.
Okay, my very last Maddie is things I don't understand. Now you, from your list, I picked wind because
Where does it come from?
where does it come and where does it end? Because
We don't know.
Because I feel like, okay, the winds are coming in. And they're coming in from the center of the ocean. But did they come from space and drop down in the ocean and then come?
No.
Or
I know that much. I know they didn't come from space.
She knows it's not space.
But like
It's not space related.
No, couldn't be.
It's not. It's
No
the
way.
tides. But the
So
tides
it's the
are.
tides.
They are
The
from
tides
the moon.
the tides are everything.
But the tides are predicted by the moon.
so maybe
So
and then
it is space.
so then the tides
Yes and no.
do the tides
adjacent.
make
It's
the
really
wind?
complex. I wouldn't expect you to understand it. So, it's really high level stuff.
But where does the wind start? Is there a like
Why is
She
asking?
just
I
said she
don't
doesn't
if
get
it's
it.
coming, if the winds are coming from the coast of California, from Hawaii, and
Yeah.
they're coming, the
Sure.
winds off the coast are coming in.
Yes.
Is there a depletion of wind, like a minus of wind somewhere out there, and it's taking it from there and adding it to us? Is there a point where the wind has to be zero? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
If you have high winds somewhere, is there less?
You should become a meteorologist.
If there's
You were
high,
fabulous
if
at
there's
this.
high winds over here, does there need to be like a minus wind somewhere?
No, that doesn't exist either.
But then how?
No
so
idea.
sometimes the winds are just
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
without causing a deficit of wind.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty on par with my foods that make people choke.
Maddie brought it up.
No, but
thing is,
she
I
didn't want. She actually was the end of conversation. The period was
wind.
Wind.
Wind,
Period.
Yeah. Are there other things you don't understand?
So much.
Until recently, blowjobs, how to give them.
Yeah.
What?
We just found that out like 3 weeks ago on the podcast.
What do you mean?
It's crazy.
I didn't know you had to get your whole mouth into it.
Oh, I thought, because you know how like when we were in like high school or like middle school and you always had the friend that was like, I thought you literally blow. Like,
Oh,
That's what she
blow.
thought.
I thought that's what you were
No, I
saying.
didn't think you
I
blow.
literally thought that's what you were saying.
Kelty.
I thought you just,
That I blow on his wiener.
not that you, not blow. Oh, like this?
That's what she said.
Oh,
Right.
no.
Yeah, like
No,
when you were younger.
Yeah,
And it was
or
like,
like when I watched sex in movies, I like could not understand how when people were on top of one another, like insertion was possible because it's crazy.
totally.
It's
yeah,
a
science
weird.
is so
It was
wild.
like just did it. I was like, so you smush,
Yeah.
like Jersey Shore style. You just smush.
Right.
Okay, no. Until recently, I didn't realize. So I think that the grossest bodily fluid is spit.
Okay.
I would rather someone pee in
Honestly,
my
write
face.
this down. Gross bodily fluids. It's a great list.
Gross.
Okay.
Grossest.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know. I don't think that'll really.
She knows best.
So it's so gross to
Okay.
me. And so when I gave BJ's in the past, I really tried to avoid as much of that as possible because it's disgusting. So I would not invite my tongue to the party. So it's sort of like putting, I guess what I found out is that it's equivalent of like putting your penis through like a black hole, you know,
Sure.
where there's like friction at the hole, like
Right.
the glory hole.
It's just like
but
a-
it's like putting it through a glory hole where there's nothing on the other side of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Just
a megaphone.
space. Yeah, like a
Yeah,
megaphone.
totally.
Like just air.
Yeah.
You know? So I didn't realize that concept until really recently.
Okay.
And I still got married.
That's
so
it can be done. It literally can be done. I thought where you were going with spit was the way that men spit everywhere. Just while walk. I don't understand that. Why are we doing that?
why can't you keep that? I've kept my spit in my mouth my whole life.
That is such a crazy phenomenon.
It is disgusting.
And it's like I've asked because I've been like walking next to my brother and he does it. I'm like, what, first of all, keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
But second of all, like literally,
What
why?
is
Like
the
what
explanation?
And he's like, I don't know, just like a bad taste in my mouth, huh?
that doesn't. First of all, it doesn't get rid of.
But
a
you know
bad
you go to
taste.
jail in Japan, right, or something?
You should.
I don't know if this is factual. Things I made up.
I would be doing citizens arrest all day.
No,
would be
I
walking
think
up
it's
and down.
illegal to spit in certain places in the world.
It should be illegal to spit in public. It should be like urinating. Like you
Right.
shouldn't be able to pee in public. You shouldn't be able to spit in public unless you're throwing up.
Yeah.
A bug flew in your mouth.
Sure. There are exceptions, of course.
That's
Yeah.
it.
No, that's it.
That's
or
it.
when people are running, they're spitting all the time. People, men.
It's men.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
men.
Never seen
And
a
you know
woman
what?
spit and run.
No.
My son sees my husband do it now, and then
No.
he's
He's
doing it.
And Zach literally looked at me the other day and he goes, "I have to stop spitting." And I'm like, "Is this it? This is the
This
moment.
is it?
This is it." Not with the 800 times that I looked at you and I've been like, "Gross,
Gross.
Gross. Yeah.
It's disgusting.
gross.
Why do they do it?"
All right.
Sports.
On that note, Maddy, thank you for filling in this week on LadyGang. You're a delight.
So welcome.
We can't wait to pressure you into all your career decisions. You can follow Maddy at madsmitch on Instagram, mad_Mitch at TikTok. Shop her merch, which is so cute. I love the How Hard Can It Be Boys Do It. You have the trademark, right?
Yep.
Oh, so smart. Madsmitch.com. So cute. Do you want to give a discount code to our girls?
Yeah, sure. We'll do LadyGang 20.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Woo!
Go grab the merch. And we weren't here for a long time, but we're here for a windy time.